Satisfaction, the Rolling Stones. So this is one of the most recognizable rock riffs of all time on the guitar. And it would be nothing without the bass notes. Let me explain. So we've got a simple riff on the guitar, right? It's 3 notes. We're in the key of E, right? We're starting on the 5th, B note. C sharp, D. So we're going right up this Mixolydian scale. B, C sharp, D. 5th, 6th, flat 7th, right? And the actual chords of the song are just 3 chords. E, D, A. Okay? For the riff part of it. When we get into the verse, the chords are more diatonic to E major. We have E, A, 4-chord, E, A, E, B7, 5-chord, E, A. And then we get back to the Mixolydian sound for the riff. E, A. Cool, right? Now, what did I say before about the bass notes? Okay, check this out. As the guitar is playing this, the bass plays this. So what happens is, the bass starts on the root of E, and when the guitar note gets to the D, the bass is on an A. The bass walked up like this. E, 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 F sharp, G natural, which is unusual, right? We're in the key of E to an A. That's the sound of Satisfaction. That's the sound of that riff. That's the sound of the tune. And it would have been completely different if he went on the bass to the root note D. Check it out. Not at all the same. As opposed to, listen. Right? Because what's happening there, it's like he's anticipating on the bass getting to the A chord before it actually is the A chord on the acoustic guitar. So not only is the electric guitar playing the D note there, when he does that, the guitar is playing a D chord, but the bass being on the A makes it like it's an A sus4 chord, because you got that D note against the A. That's that tension, right? That's the thing of it. There's no resolve there. And, you know, I don't know if it's coincidence or this is some genius songwriting, but I mean, think about the song. I can't get no satisfaction, right? There's no resolve. There's, you know, it's that kind of thing, frustrated, whatever. And I mean, this is the sound of that. So, whatever it was, I don't know, but it sure is a cool part, and it wouldn't have been the same thing without that bass part, okay? And the other thing that's unusual, like I mentioned before, is that he chose the G note, you know? So it's like, why? Because I just played the G sharp. That doesn't sound good. I can't really do both at the same time. It's just that G just fits better. And there's I can't give you any like heavy duty musical theory behind that. It just sounds better. And really at the end of the day, when they recorded this song, that was the reasoning behind it. You got to go with what sounds good. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That's the vibe of the song. An unusual song form, again, I've mentioned before about writing down your own charts and jotting out, forms so you can see it. I would recommend doing that with this song as well, because while it does have the intro, verse, chorus, break type of format, and it just repeats 3 times or whatever, you got to know the form of it, and whoever's playing, right, whether it's the bass player, rhythm guitarist, or lead guitarist, you got to know when to come in with those parts, because maybe the vocalist won't necessarily remember, oh, how many times is this and whatever, and that's an important part about playing in a band, is that you can't rely on anyone else in the band. You've got to be your own anchor, no matter what instrument you're playing, right? There's too many times when, if you're on a gig and you're playing in front of people, things can happen. You can get distracted by the audience, or maybe the sound, in the speakers, the monitors, whatever isn't happening. You can't quite hear the vocals as well as you'd like. Maybe your amp's acting a little funny. Your guitar's slightly out of tune. I don't know. There's so many things that can happen, but you've got to be razor focused in on what you're doing to know where you are in the song. And I used to have students who, they were more advanced players who were going out there and playing gigs, cover bands and things like that for the first time. And, I'd say, well, how did your gig last weekend? And they say, oh, it was a disaster. We got lost in this song and we couldn't, remember that. And I said, okay, well, and they would do things like they would blame the drummer. Oh yeah, we were playing such and such, and the drummer didn't play the break, and so I got confused as to where we were, and well, that's your fault, right? Because here's the thing, like I say, don't rely on anyone else in the band, okay? You know where you have to be, and what you should do is, let's say you had to learn satisfaction for your gig, right? You should be able to sit down with whatever instrument you're playing, including the drums, with a metronome, and play through start to finish on your own without any other instruments playing, and know where you are in the song at all times. That's knowing a song, okay? Too many people do this, right? Now, I always advocate playing with the original recording of a song over and over again, because that's how you develop your time feel. That's how you learn the nuances of the song, right? But if you only do that, you'll always just rely on that as like a safety net. And you can't do that. You should really be able to sit down and play a song, start to finish, on your own, in time. And if you can do that and do it confidently, then you really know the song. And if everyone in the band can do that individually, how much better is that band going to sound collectively? Right? Makes sense, yeah? Now, maybe that's taking it super seriously, and maybe some bands, they just want to go out and have a good time and all that, and that's fine. But that's what separates the pros from the amateurs. They know how to do that. And they're also good enough to recover on the fly if something unexpected does happen. So you also have to have a set of ears and a musical awareness as to, okay, we just made a mistake, but how do we correct that now? I hope you enjoyed today's breakdown. If you did, please consider subscribing to my channel for more videos like this to come. And thank you for watching.